What's up, peeps? Just gonna pop open a couple things here. Sweet, sweet. Cool. All right. All right. All right. We're on, boys. We're on. Merry Christmas. I hope the echoing in my background isn't ridiculous right now because it is Christmas after all. I don't have everything set up yet. I just moved in. So, like, my house is barren. It's got like the essentials and that's it. Merry Christmas. Appreciate you guys being here. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. Hey, Mike. Merry Chrysler. Merry Crisis. Merry Christmas. Hope you all have some good shit to do today. If not, you can stick around with me. I'm going to be on here for a while. I figured, why not? I have nothing to do. I'm living in a different state all by my lonesome. I might as well get on and make some goddamn content. Just like content machine. I'm living in Florida now. Had a crazy fever. Dude, me too. Moving here was so stressful. I popped a blood vessel in my eye. I don't know which eye it is. I think it's this one. I don't know. You guys can probably see it, but it's red as shit. And then I just have been kind of feeling all day. Not even a Christmas joy. Merry Xmas, man. Appreciate you, Muck Yum. It's a dope ass name. I've been in Texas. I lived in Texas for 2 years. It was good. I'm definitely gonna buy there. It's much cheaper. This is just the first house, so probably next year. I do hope that Santa Claus was so he was so jolly that he just gave us all IGF. That'd be great. Incolex specifically. Merry Christmas, Australia. Yeah, dude, it's Christmas. You need an extra rest day. It's critical. Absolutely fucking essential. Absolutely essential. Appreciate you guys being here. Again, I hope you have stuff to do. If you do, just leave this chat. It's not even worth it. Otherwise, if you don't, you're more than welcome to stick around. I'm going to be reviewing content, talking about it. Seems like that's a pretty good thing to do lately. People seem to have some pretty good feedback about that, so I might as well go through and do it again. I have 3 really good videos lined up. Maine is super cheap. I don't know if I'd want to live in Maine, though. Like, I don't want to... I don't know, man. I like warm weather. I really do. I like cool, warm weather. So Arizona in the wintertime is great. And I was thinking about buying a house there. And then the market's just kind of like, Texas is really good. I've been looking heavily into Texas and like living in a little bit of the rural area, like way out, because $300,000 in a rural area can get you a new like construction build with an amazing setup. Compared to here, this house is like $305,000 and it's like 1,000 some square feet. It's like tiny. You're gonna cut today. You're gonna eat a real man's amount of food. Today, Merry Christmas, minorly importance. Merry Xmas, high on fire. Appreciate y'all being here. All right, folks. Shall we get right into the gist of it? Right into what we're going to talk about today? It's pretty simple. It's nothing critically crazy. Nothing nutty. Westmas Claus. We are going to talk about Wes Watson. There's one little minor thing I just want to talk about him because I wonder what he's posting right now on a Christmas. Do you think he's probably telling people they're a piece of shit on Christmas? I have a feeling. He will bring you some escorts for Christmas. I bet. All right, here we go. What the fuck has he got to say on Christmas, guys? Let's check it out.
I'm pretty disappointed. It's Christmas Eve. None of my haters were out front to give me that BJ that I've been asking for.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about this. I kind of feel bad for the guy. He's getting so flamed.
Christmas. You guys can meet me out even Christmas morning, wherever you want to go. We can just show up. Since you love me so much, you're so obsessed with me. You just pull up, top it off, and keep it going. It's been kind of rough, because every day when I pull up,
I can't stand him, dude. I'm like over this the whole meta, the whole Wes Watson meta.
So a lot of you guys,
I'm just trying to see it where. Where's he at right now?
That don't sound right. They know Newburgh niggas.
Yeah. Put up, I don't hang.
and I look in the mirror. At least I keep showing this podcast from Michael Mojo from Australia. One, because he's one of my elite clients. Two, because I'm in the motherfucking podcast. But three, because he listened to everything I told him to do and clocked $1 million in the first 6 months. You guys.
Sure he did.
Don't only just watch the podcast. Start to plan your route to really fucking kill it, like me, like Michael, like Yados, like Superhuman Fathers, like Garrett White, like the other people in the coaching space that you've seen bring home multi-millions with their passion.
Have they? Who's making multi-millions as a coach? I want to know right fucking now. Like, what are you doing to make multi-millions in coaching? This is what I don't understand. I've been a coach for 4 years, and I do really well for myself. But there ain't no motherfuckers out here that are paying you enough money to get multi-millions of dollars coaching somebody. And if there is, I'm a bit concerned. Because they could be getting a much better service just chilling. Just chilling, you know? With another coach, like paying $200 a month. It's kind of crazy. It's tiny PP energy, yeah. So Johnny Bravo, not even Steve, right? That's exactly my point, right? And he's charging thousands of dollars per. Like, there's not enough people. I promise you, there's not enough people willing to pay Wes Watson $40K a year, and he's not signing enough of those people per day to make what he said is he's like over $170K a day, right? He claims he makes over $170,000 per day. So think about that. That means he has to be signing at least 4 clients paying $40K per year a day for those. No one's doing that. No one is doing that. Like, the facade is so fake. He's doing something else, right? Yes, he's got money. I'm not denying that fact. I'm not ignorant, but he's doing something else, and he's just not being transparent, right? Something else is going on in his hood, and I don't know what the fuck that is. He preys on the Bayesian curve, of IQs below 50%. Yeah, I agree with that. He's targeting weak men. He's targeting. Look, his marketing tactics are outstanding. They're so good. They're so good. I cannot deny that. Wes Watson has some of the best marketing I have ever fucking seen. It's great. It's great. He knows how to call people out and pull out their weaknesses and extract them for all they have, and then list those weaknesses out in front of them and be like, look, this is how weak you are. And people are like, oh my God, I need to hire this man. He's great at it. This is what most business owners should do, just in a more subtle and respectful approach, right? This is what most businesses do. Look at any makeup ad. Look at any facial product ad. They talk about acne, they talk about skin lines, they talk about aging. It's just in a subtle way. Look at any kind of supplement. You don't want to feel weak in the gym anymore. You don't get pumps like you used to. It's pointing out their weaknesses. However, it's done in a subtle way, a respectful way. What Wes Watson is doing is taking that, putting it on steroids, and then presenting it to weak men. And that's just how it works. Math is not a strong suit for Wes. Kind of like him telling the truth. Yeah. Yeah, it's the reality, man. I gave Garrett White's Warrior organization a few hundred over the course of a year. Not one of the best moments, but clearly I'm like the exact schmo. Yeah, look, man, I tell everybody this. I'm well aware of how business coaching works. I've paid over 40 grand. I paid about 45 grand to, oh no, my camera's dead. Hold on. I paid about 45 grand to get my shit set up, like my business set up, right? 45 grand. Hold on, let me get this fixed up. And I can tell you straight up, as a matter of fact, I was one of those idiots. And I thought this shit worked like gold, man. I was convinced this shit worked so well. Hold on, let me go grab my camera, guys. Give me 1 second. I was one of these idiots that thought this shit worked so well. You know, you just hire a coach, they're going to teach you all the secrets. There is no secrets. And that's the reality. There's no fucking secrets, bro. And it's the hardest thing for people to realize, but it's what these people make money off of. It's like being able to sell people a dream that doesn't even fucking exist, you know? It's kind of hectic. It's really hectic, actually. I'm getting my other camera set up right now, so give me 1 second. I was not prepared, as you can tell. I just moved in, so like nothing is virtually set up the way it needs to be to work effectively. But we're getting there. We're getting there. It should take me like 2 minutes, maybe. So yeah, fucking douche canoes, right? Douche canoes. Legit put me in surplus when I was overweight, yeah. And that's what they do, man. They're not. It sucks because, to be honest, like it's not. Why is it not able to connect? Hold on. It's not like they have a secret blueprint. They're just going to do what they think they need to do, which isn't really that impressive. It's really not. Like it's mostly the most basic form of fucking anything. Hold on. I'm trying to get this bad boy to work. Oh, that's why it's not. I know why. Give me 1 sec, folks. Sorry. Give me 1 second. We're gonna make this work come hell or high water. Why is it unable to connect? Oh, I think I know why. Just be patient with me, folks. I'm trying to get this code. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect this. Go over here. All right, check this shit out. We're gonna get crazy with it. Cool. All right. So we're gonna literally like mirror my. Oh God. Hold on. Hold on. He's doing the emergency call. Oh my God. Okay. That's awesome. Oh. Okay, I'm back. So that's fucking hilarious. Yeah, Wes Watson. I don't know. I think he's lying like 90% of the time about everything. I don't see there being a realistic way that anyone's making that much money. Yeah, going solo for your information. You can 100% learn more by going solo for your information. I 1000% agree. You learn the mistakes, right? You learn the mistakes, and that's the biggest thing. You learn the mistakes that you need to make in order to get to that next level. But if they're claiming that they're going to be the guys that have all of the answers so that you don't even need to make mistakes, that's dangerous, bro. That's dangerous shit. You know? It's like you're basically going to be depending on someone else entirely. And so, yeah, they're going to make money because they're trying to essentially captivate you. And some coaches do this too in the like bodybuilding world. Like coaches will basically explain nothing they ever do, and so that you never know what they're doing. So you have to stay on their program, because if you don't know what to do. You never learned anything. You were just listening to orders. You know what I mean? Yeah, they'll just cannibalize themselves out of existence. I couldn't agree more. At a certain point, all these Wes Watson acolytes are going to fail. Religious people are like that. Damn, that's fucking facts, bro. That's scary facts. Yeah, so I would actually love to see what it's like to be on his program and see what the content he gives. I would too. And it's actually something that I'm really planning on doing. Once I, like, I will do it. I swear to you guys, I 100% will do it. I just need to get, you know, a good functional YouTube channel up first, so that if I make a video on it, I'm able to actually, you know, make that video hit the algorithm very well, right? I want to make it worth it to where I can net a couple 100,000 views. Right now, we're good, but algorithm presence isn't that strong, right? So like if I get a fucking, you know, good video out there, it's getting 25K views, but it's not getting fucking 120,000 or something, you know? All right, so here's what I want to do first. Let's go through this Wes Watson video. Johnny Bravo just posted it. By the way, people think I hate Jon Bravo. I don't hate Jon Bravo. I hate anyone. Jon Bravo's DM'd me. I didn't respond because I just generally don't respond to DMs. My DMer sent me the DM he sent me, so I didn't even look at it. You know, Greg Doucette, we literally DM a lot. You know, all these people I talk about, generally I've just talked to them. I don't hate anybody. I'm just being honest. Just talk. Right? I'm just saying my opinions. There's no harm in that. Merry Christmas, Justin. All right, ready? We're gonna watch this video by Jon Bravo. Wes Watson attacked and life is being destroyed.
So they ratted on me to the fucking gym, writing the gym saying that I'm having people meet me there when I clearly say, follow me out of the parking lot. We won't have any problems at the gym. You can follow me down the street. You could get what the fuck you want, bitch. And these motherfuckers ratted on me to the gym. And then they're ratting on me to Dade County Police.
Look, why would you agonize people to come to your gym and fight you, right? And he says, oh, I always said, you know, walk down the street. No, you didn't, dude. You always have told people, come fight me at my gym. How terrible is that? If I'm that business owner, I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. I don't want people murdered at my gym. I don't want people showing up and fighting at my gym. I want people paying my monthly subscriptions So I'm making income, and you're fucking ruining it, motherfucker. Why don't you build your own gym if you're this goddamn rich? Get out and cause less confrontation. I can already feel my neurons imploding. Me too. I also like, all respect to Jon Bravo. I like his production quality. It's great.
So Wes Watson, you guys know what I'm gonna say.
I think he goes a little bit too heavy on this lens glare with all the lights behind him, but hey.
This piece of shit. It's Christmas. You're supposed to be with your family.
What? That hair too, bro. That hair is extra. That hair is extra tall. That hair is extra tall, my guy.
Doing things right, but no. Wes Watson's out. He's doing some bullshit in the gym. And of course, he's crying like a little bitch because the trolls got to him even more than last time.
When I pull up, I'm just hoping one of these pussy-ass bitches online was just man enough for me to respect and held their word and came and kicked my motherfucking ass.
And he can't handle it. They're going on.
The thing is like most people don't want to. I don't think most people want a physical confrontation. That's not being less of a man in any situation. Even when we're in the military, it's taught de-escalate before escalate. Like if you can not shoot somebody, take that option. 9 times out of 10, it's going to lead to a better result at the end point. Always try to de-escalate. Escalation of force always just leads to people dying, whether it's you or the person next to you or the guy in front of you. And that's never a good situation. It's never a good situation to be injured because it puts you out of shit. It's never a good situation to fight a guy because you're mad or emotional because it's not logical. What is with the fighting? I don't understand like this whole premise that people need to fight each other. You guys know I do Muay Thai. I was in the military for 8 years. I have never had a desire to show someone I know more than them by fighting them. Ever. If someone's mad at me, that's totally fine, man. Let's talk it out. Let's be logical here. What's going on? Like, what has got you so upset? And usually it comes back to an emotional standpoint. They're being overly emotional and less logical, and it's ruining their life. It's ruining their happiness. And that's it. No wonder we keep losing wars. Reality. It's reality. Look, you have to have, there's a Geneva Convention, there's war crimes, and they're very serious because here's the thing. It's a play of chess, right? If we just suddenly do something despicable to, let's say we just run into Ukraine and we're just like, fuck Russia, dude. Let's just nuke the bitch. Let's go crazy. Russia's going to retaliate instantly. And as powerful as the United States is, we don't have that kind of ground air defenses on all our coastlines. They send us a couple ICBMs over. We're done. We're toast, brother. Like they're hitting all those major central locations. New York's gone. It's off the map. So you have to be careful. One soldier's decision could actually cause a really horrible reaction. So you have to be careful.
His reviews for the gym he trains at, saying he's a piece of shit,
Look.
making up all these crazy stories that's funny as hell, right? They're bombing their reviews. They're calling the police on him.
Okay, they're calling the police. They're bombing the reviews on his Reddit. I don't know if you guys have visited his Reddit. I actually don't think this is a smart decision for many different reasons. First of all, it really looks bad. It looks bad because everyone's going to take the reviews less seriously. What the goal is to get them banned from the gym, but ultimately it's just not a good look. I think what it does is it just shows that people don't really have much power and ability to actually look into Wes Watson. And it's, look, it just hurts other people. Like you're just hurting other people in the long run. I don't think it's the smartest thing to do. The other thing that people do here, I feel bad for Wes Watson sometimes because it's like, they just come at him from the weirdest angles instead of like having legitimized claims. This is one thing I'm really concerned about because it delegitimizes the arguments made about who Wes Watson is and his character. And that's what Wes Watson feeds off of. So if you just suddenly come in there and you're like, yeah, Wes Watson's a trans, he's pegging dudes, he loves this, and it's like, okay, people are going to start to take you a lot less seriously. Where in order to do this correctly, you have to like scale back and look at how can I make legitimate claims about an individual as opposed to saying some radical things, right? And I think this is a huge, huge error in what they're doing.
And if we thought he was going crazy last time, wait till you see what he's doing now, this asshole.
So then you would just have to make content about
I
me.
love this. I want this kind of, whatever this is, I want it. So, John, if you got an editor or something, dude, I want this shit to happen in my videos.
You were just thinking about me all day, like, the crazy thing is they even ratted on me for that. So they ratted on me to the fucking gym, writing the gym saying that I'm having people meet me there when I clearly say, follow me out of the parking lot. We won't have any problems at the gym. You can follow me down the street. You can get what the fuck you want, bitch. And these motherfuckers ratted on me to the gym. And then they're ratting on me to Dade County Police.
But before I show you his reaction, let me first show you what they're doing on Reddit. So they're going to the Elevation Fitness, their Google reviews, and they're bombing the shit out of them. They're saying, I definitely won't be renewing my membership with Elevation Gym. They allow sketchy, violent...
One thing that's funny about fights is the human body is a lot more frail than people think. Yeah, it is, dude. It's one kick is all you need, and your shin's gone. Like, I use this one really funny example because I think it applies so frequently. I walked into Muay Thai for the first time thinking I was big as shit, and this was back when I was like heavily bodybuilding, so I was like 260 something, thinking I got this shit, right? And this small man, he was like 130 pounds, tiny dude. Like, I thought this man was a child, just a tiny dude. And he kicked me in my shin, dude, and it wasn't even at full force. It was at maybe 80%. I fell to the ground and I was like heaving, like, oh, like it hurt so fucking bad. And then after that, like, I broke my toe, and it's, as we speak, still broken. It's like that puts you out. And it's like there's not something tough behind fighting. If you get injured, you are fucked. You know, it's not a matter of oh, I'm stronger than you. It's like, okay, dude, if I risk my injury, like if I'd risk jeopardizing my personalized health for some kind of vendetta or emotional fever, I ruin my income ability. I ruin the way that I can make income. I ruin my functionality as a human. That's not fucking worth it. I don't know.
criminals to work out here. I was in the locker room changing.
Some people think that they're space marines, but one punch can destroy your ability to chew solids for life. Yes, dude, that's so true. People think that they're the main character when it comes to fighting. The best offense is the best defense. And that's so fucking true, man. So true. Shins and knees. Yes, absolutely. I've heard a good knee kick or good leg kick can take the fight right out of a guy. It can. There was this video actually where Eddie Hall was at a Muay Thai place, and he had this 13-year-old guy. The guy's like, hey, I'm not going to spar with you, because Eddie Hall wanted to like spar with him for a video. I'm going to let this guy do it. This is just a kid, a 13-year-old kid. That kid low kicked Eddie. Eddie was down on the ground. It's like he couldn't get back up. This kid was 13 years old. He was maybe like 100 pounds, you know? It's a joke to think that fighting is the best option, because it's literally the least effective way to like do what you're trying to do to someone, which is like dehumanize them, right? The best offense is running away. Yeah, exactly. Especially when Wes Watson's got like an illegal firearm in his purse, right? Like the last way I would want to die. And it's not because Wes is a man. That's not what I'm talking about. It's just like, dude, I would never want to die over a fucking influencer online. Like, that's crazy.
A guy named Wes Watson was filming in there, screaming at his phone, talking about sticking things in his butthole, because we know how much he likes to get pegged. I don't know what kind of establishment these people are running, but I would definitely seek other gyms. On top of that, this Wes Watson guy, he's all roided out, threatening to beat on people and body shaming anyone with 10-inch arms and tits. And then, unfortunately, I'm no longer comfortable going to this gym, and honestly, I'm frightful for my safety at this point. I've been in Miami for the last 18 months and utilized day passes at a variety of gyms in the area. From an equipment standpoint, and frankly, for me, I greatly preferred going to Elevation. The individual in the video I provided, Wes Watson, has been terrorizing not just the gym, but the community surrounding the gym, as you could see in the video. This isn't the only one, by the way. He posted multiple different videos asking his haters to pull up to him at Elevation. He is literally asking people to come fight him, or God knows what else, at the address of Elevation Fitness. This guy is seriously going to get someone or himself hurt. I encourage the gym and anyone interested to investigate Wes Watson a bit further to go over on Reddit. And they're even going on their Instagram, and they're posting, dude, I can't even go here anymore. Wes Watson and his dumb friends make going here so unpleasant. Worse, he's now advertising people to come to...
Like, to me, this just goes too far. I feel a little uncomfortable about this situation. I love the tirade against Wes Watson. I think the man is a fucking lunatic and an absolute buffoon. But this is too far. What do you guys think? I think this is too far. I don't like the idea of injecting yourself into another person's business or going as far as to like stalk the people that he's with and then messaging them, which this subreddit has done a lot. Like they'll go into the girls that he's hanging out with, their DMs, and then talk about him to them. That's too far. And that's where I start to feel bad for Wes Watson, because it's like anybody he touches is now, it's like the opposite of the golden thumb. He doesn't have the Midas touch now, right? Like he has to be careful about everything that he does. I think that's kind of not the move. You know, if we're talking about the individual, let's make it about the individual, not the people he's around. I think people are stupid. Yeah, agreed. Yeah. Yeah, it's just crazy. I don't think it's... I commented on this video last night. Wes got it flagged. I can't comment for 24 hours. Yeah.
To the gym to fight him. This is not a safe environment. For those who haven't been paying attention to his Instagram this whole week, every day almost, even today, Christmas, he's inviting people to come to the gym, and he's pretending that he's challenging them to a fight, but we all know what he does. And we know he carries that little white Gucci, Louis Vuitton, I don't know what brand.
What was West's crime? To get hate from leftists? Yeah, I mean, look, he's getting hate from a lot of oddballs on the internet, but also he's a very bad person. I think no one can dispute this. Everybody is very congruent on the idea that Wes Watson, any normal person who has normal reality in their grasp, notices that Wes Watson is not a healthy human being. Anybody knows that. And it's so important to realize that. And if you think he's normal, you need to get a fucking reality check. Okay. If you think he's a healthy person, you need to get a reality check. So he's an easy target for people, but then as everything, they radicalize it and go too far.
Purse, and he admits that he had weapons in it. So we know what he's going to do. So who's really...
Definitely a bit overboard since you're involving the gym. That said, in the realm of the internet trolling, this could get a lot more nasty and obsessive. I agree. It could get a lot more. It could, like, which it kind of has. People have reached out to his family. Like, people have gone above and beyond for this kind of stuff. Not right to mess with the gym. They didn't do anything. Exactly. They weren't involved in this inherently. Yes, they let the guy in his gym and record, but so too, that gym has a ton of influencers. Of course they're going to do that.
Really going to want to go there knowing he's a pussy like this, right? And another one, quit my membership. There is this guy, Wes Watson, who constantly harasses and tries to get me to buy his coaching platform. Worst experience. So anyway, they've been bombing the shit. There's many reviews, right? And now the asshole, like I said, on Christmas, he takes to Instagram, and now we're going to watch together because I got things to say.
A lot of you guys are positive, normal people, so you'd never go on a website like Reddit. Only the weirdest of the weird people who watch weird-ass types of porn and shit go on Reddit. They're a bunch of the lowest weirdos ever. I didn't even know what that shit was. I'd never been on it.
Wait a second. This asshole, he's sitting there making stories about Reddit. How many times this last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, right? He's going on it every day and checking every post these people do, and he's getting pissed, and he's making.
Yeah, that's the thing Wes does. He thinks he's like all higher than he can't just admit that he does what everyone else is doing. He's looking at all the hate, he's reading all the comments, he's like taking his time to articulately go through these things. He's like, you know, I see what these people are doing, but I don't look at it though. I don't look at it though. I just see what they're doing. It's like, come on, brother. Like, we know you're all looking at it. We know you see it because you reference us. You reference me, you reference Jon Bravo, you reference all of us. It's an idiotic fucking lunacy.
Making stories. So when you're saying these people are weird, what about you, asshole?
Most normal people never have.
You,
But all these people on this page, they go do fake reviews on me. And fake reviews.
He's right about Reddit. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be honest. Reddit is a fucking cesspool of like the most Looney Tunes ideologies in the world ever. It is a minefield for anyone who has any kind of conservative view in the world. It is a cesspool. It is the worst fucking place on earth. But you could go there for some good information because these people who are very left, we'll call it that, are hell-bent on burning down people's careers. So they'll just post negative shit about everyone on the internet. And you can find out just about anything about anyone because they'll just dig it up and they'll put it on there. So I like to scroll through it. I like to look, but I'll never engage. The website's a fucking cesspool, man.
On anything that I work with, touch, or whatever, to start to try to, like, ruin my name all over.
I think it depends on the subreddit. I mean, maybe. I think it perpetuates pretty deeply in Reddit, though. Like, sure, you're not going to hear about things that are political in a non-political Reddit, but most subreddits, like, if you ever played Terraria, which is one of my favorite fucking games in the world, they have a, pride flag behind Terraria. Why? Why, dude? It's not like the game is representing pride. It's just that the guy moderating the subreddit is representing pride. That shit is infested everywhere within Reddit. And it's just like, I don't want it shoved in my face all day, all night.
Whatever, because they're just obsessed with me. They wish they could suck my dick, but I won't let them. So then they just do this,
Yeah, you won't let them because the only people you like sucking your dick, we know, big titties with those tits and Kali muscle. You let them.
Yeah, his friend's Cali Muscle, bro. He knows to be doing the G4P, brother. That's what the Cali Muscle tank is about. Wes Watson knows.
Suck your dick. You don't want nobody else.
All of them
You got
started
enough.
off as fangirls, got told the truth and had their little hearts broken. But, yeah, you guys don't ever believe what a lot of these people say online because they were never part of my program. They've never been part of anything. A lot of them have no warrant or anything to what they say. A lot of them just make these fake reviews and cause these problems because
You can tell this actually, like, when I watched this story from Wes, you can tell this part, it actually hurts his feelings. Like, if you listen to his voice, it gets super somber. And he notably is, a little upset about it, not in a way that makes him angry.
they just don't like the truth. But guess what? No matter what gym I go to, no matter where the I'm at, no matter how my life goes, you little lame little will always be that. And I'll never not tell you how big of pussies all you motherfuckers are.
Wait a second. So he says he'll never not tell the people that are fucking with them what kind of pussies they are, right? But what about me, you asshole? You'll never call me out. You'll never say anything to me. The only people that you're going to call out is the people who are faceless, who comment on Reddit or comment on Instagram. You call them out. But somebody like me, you won't say one word, you little bitch.
Callie also threatened to R-word Johnny Bravo. I saw that. Look, I think Cali Muscle is honestly delusional. We're going to talk about him today, too.
Straight up. That's why I tell you pussies, go ahead and pull up. And then what do? Go snitching to the cops, go snitching to the gym, go snitching on anything.
No, you should tell them what you do. You block them. You send me a message on Instagram like I showed you guys before. You challenge me to a fight. I go to respond to it. And you block me, you little piece of shit, lying about your life.
You guys are the biggest, most pathetic piece of shit. Any of my people that know how to or want to do anything about this or understand anything about this, go right ahead. But I don't spend much time on it other than enjoying talking mad shit because I love it. Other people cower and hide when people do shit like this. Don't ever do that. Tell them all to suck your dick.
Yeah, you love it. You love from all of them.
He should not have said that. That's such a bad look. Because we all know what he did in the slammer, brother. In the slammer, Wessie was getting his Wessie wet.
To suck your dick, you asshole.
So the message for today for all you guys.
Yeah, teach us.
And I live it to a T, so I
Teach
can
us.
speak it. Just like everything else in my life. If you're being hated on, if people are challenging you, if you know you're fucking right, and there's groups of people or your family or anybody coming after you in a way that you know is negative, and you're just trying to do your thing, be louder about it. Punk them harder. Don't back down. Don't be one of these fucking pussies who are like, no response is the best response. Nah, shut them the fuck up.
Then shut me up. You're sitting here always making these
I think he's right. I think he's right. I think that's not a bad sentiment. People often want you to get silenced. I think that's a bad idea. Don't stop. If I stopped making YouTube videos, which I had been told thousands of times in the comment section, thousands of times, I wouldn't be here right now on Christmas having fun with my bros. He's not wrong. He's kind of right. Right? Like, I'm not delusional. That's not a bad sentiment to not back down because people are telling you to. I don't think that's a bad concept. Like, very genuinely, I think that's a good idea. but when you take it to the extent that Wes Watson has, where you're using that as fuel to insult people, that's where I'm like, maybe not.
videos talking again, like I said earlier, faceless people, nameless people, people that you
Very
don't know
true,
who they are or what they look like. But I'm here, I'm talking shit to your face right now, and what do? You hide like a little bitch.
Straight
just
up.
like you blocked me.
Make them look stupid. These are a bunch of weirdos who put wigs on men and makeup on men and post it and don't think they're weird. Where are their friends at when they're sitting there watching them do this? Like, hey, bro, like, you're obsessed with another dude. Why don't you live your life? This shit's weird. Like, it's crazy.
All right, so what's crazy, he's saying it's crazy, right? What's really crazy is the fact that it's Christmas, you're on Reddit, you can't handle the trolling, you can't handle these negative reviews now coming to the gym, you can't handle
Yeah, by the way, Merry Christmas again, y'all. A lot of new faces in here right now. Merry Christmas.
these negative comments like we've seen in the past, right? But in the end,
The thing is, the sentiment is right, but he doesn't do it in the correct way. And I'm not sure he knows how to. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think he knows what the sentiment is good, and this is why he gets followers, because some of the things he says are actually good. The implementation is wrong. The deployment of the ideas is flawed.
all these videos people are making, all these bad reviews, all this bad press you've been getting for months now, right? It's affecting, in the end, it's affecting your business. It's affecting your bottom line and how much more money you can try to slime your way from people. So remember, guys, in kindergarten, right? There was show and tell, where you come, you bring your favorite toy and you show everybody, you brag about it, you know, you're so excited about it all. Well, he does that on Instagram all day and night, right? But it's a very expensive show and tell habit that this asshole has, right? But soon, like I said, his act is running out. His money is running out. He's not getting more money in. He's going to run out of money, and his show and tell act is going to be finished. But you know, that also reminds me of something else I remember from kindergarten. When the teacher taught us some nursery rhymes.
Where did Wes come from? Man, from prison. That's literally where he came from. He came from prison. He's a fucking grift from prison. It's crazy. Merry Christmas. Merry motherfucking Christmas, y'all. Hope you have a beautiful day. Like I said, if you got family to hang out with, get the hell out of here. Go hang out with your family. I'm just here because I don't got one. And we're hanging out. We're having a jolly Christmas together.
And she taught us one that I'll never forget. Hickory dickory dock. Wes Watson is out sucking some cock. The clock struck 2 and he wanted you to fuck him up and down the cell block. Guys, thanks for watching. Please hit like on my video.
Oh, man. Yeah, Wes Watson, man, I think it's actually really getting to him. I'll be honest, man. I'll be honest. I think he's not doing too well mentally. I think it's really disturbing. I would be disturbed if everyone was coming from all angles like this, man. We are the family-less Christmas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wes Watson came from prison, got ripped on roids, and started making videos. For sure he did. Yeah, for sure he did. That's Wes Watson, guys. Go subscribe to Johnny Bravo if you haven't already. I'm going to take a leak, and I'll come back. We got more shit to do, okay? Okay. All right. I'm boring. I don't drink. I think that's a good way to live life. Clearly. All right. Next. Cali Muscle just dropped this video. We might as well just keep going on these escapades, brothers. Cali Muscle just dropped this video. I wanted to see what he had to say. He had said... he made this video like literally a couple days ago. He's been doing this kind of video, and I think he's seeing more views than he's ever seen before because he's saying the same shit that we're saying basically in his thumbnails, right? Like your time to shine. Okay, so why are we so hated? Stop it. Is my career really over? Look, he said this already. Haters say my career's over. It's over. So it's like he keeps saying this shit over and over again to try to boost his views. It's kind of funny. I drink with women. All right.
I just got done with my workout, push day to day, chest, shoulders, tries, and as I was working out, it's meditation for me. So I got a download. What life is actually about is understanding what life's about.
What the fuck was that? Dude. Oh. That is some Marcus Aurelius level quote right there. What life's about is understanding what life's about. Hit me with the fucking wisdom, bro. That Wes wisdom. He blueprinted that shit from Wes Watson himself. What life's about is what life's about. You have to be fucking kidding me. That's crazy. What happened to his eyes? Bro, he got surgery to dye his eyes. He got surgery to permanently put ink into his eyeballs. That's crazy. Order 66 Kaimos. He's possessed. Man, gotta add 100 words to the essay. Oh my God, dude. That is crazy.
Not to sound super smart and intelligent, you know.
You don't. You don't sound smart and intelligent. These fucking jokes write themselves. We're 19 seconds in. We're 19 seconds in. Oh my God.
As we go along life, we just floating, we just going. What we've been taught, what we think is right, and
Oh my God. What is he taking? Where is his cerebral cortex at right now? This man needs some fucking ashwagandha. He needs some fucking I don't even know. He needs some brain boosting products. Son of a bitch, man. He needs some alpha GPC, some ginkgo biloba extract, some choline GBC. He needs some shit, dude.
what our friends and mother and father and family say.
This is a parody channel, right? Absolutely fucking not, brother. He's taking reverse cerebralizing. Oh my God.
Is right. But the longer you live, the wiser you should get, and the understanding happens more. You know, I just look back at myself, you know, as I was going through life. First, I was dealing with, and I didn't realize this till a year or two ago, I was dealing with a lot of childhood trauma. You know, a lot of things happen in my life, which you got.
Okay, I legitimately think he's coming at this angle to do the guilt trip, to make us feel bad for him. I have no sympathy. Keep in mind, guys, as we go through this, whatever he has to say, he scammed hundreds and hundreds of people out of thousands and thousands of dollars. He did a rug pull with a crypto coin, the muscle coin, the Cali muscle coin. You know, like, he's not a good person. He is a despicable fucking human being who has a 0 IQ. He's speaking double space 28 font. Oh my God. That eye surgery fried his brain? I think so, man. Dude's gone. I don't honestly know like where his head is at. You could never catch me saying some dumb shit like this. And I will say all sorts of prophetical things, but I'm never going to speak like this.
You guys could go to get my book, Ex-Con to Icon. And
Of course, dude. Go get my book. Of course, he's just talking about his childhood trauma. He's like, yeah, go get my fucking book. You gotta be kidding me. This can't be real.
and you'll be, indulged in my life. It's a heck of a story that, nothing's made up or no lies, none of that is authentic. And it's me being transparent in my book about my life. And, I'm pushing on 50 in a month and a half. And I pray that you that's watching live long enough to see what's really going on and not be, swayed by the devil or evilness or just anger and, childhood trauma.
There's this concept, right? And it's that if you don't know enough vocabulary to explain the things you're thinking or feeling, it limits your capacity to explain how you think or feel. And it's not a matter of you don't have internal awareness. It's a matter that you don't have the ability to communicate. And I think that is the exact problem with this individual. He has a limited ability to communicate to people and explain what he's thinking because he has limited vocabulary. As a 50-year-old man, that's pretty fucking sad. That's pretty fucking sad. I wish I didn't live long enough to watch this. Fucking shit, man. It's pretty sad. Yeah. He has a limited ability to communicate to his audience, and I just wonder what his family is like because he has kids, mind you. He has a wife, mind you. What does his communication with them sound like? It's kind of concerning.
That you can't
If his
go.
kids if his kids are learning from him and he can't even facilitate the conversation about his own emotions, I'm a concerned guy.
A society telling you this person is bad, this is what you should like, this is what you shouldn't. Once you get out of that, your life gonna be better. I'll never forget, I was in San Quentin with my best friend, man, Ive Lowe. Shout out to Ive, I know he probably watching. But what he said changed my life. I was just at everybody because they was not as strong as me, as disciplined as me. They didn't work out, they wasn't tough. And I said, Kali, God gave you a gift these other dudes don't have. Right then, a light bulb popped on. I'm like, you know what, I'm right. All the people that encouraged me are dead. They didn't get a chance to live, through their health problems. And, most of them was young. They didn't think they had health problems. Few got killed by violent gun crimes or whatever. But I'll never forget, as a kid, I was always fly, dressed nice.
Okay, I'm sorry this happened to Callie. I truly mean that. I don't think this shit should happen to anybody. But also, you're the one that got yourself in the jammer, brother. Like, you put yourself there. And we're trying to talk about, the video is titled Why My Career Is Over. And you're trying to say that, you have all this trauma and everything like that. I don't know. Yeah, God gave you a gift and then you robbed someone and went to prison, which is, fucking accurate. My parents were immigrants, born in Lebanon, so their English vocabulary is limited. You can learn your education environment as well. He's saying not to let other people influence you, but he surrounds himself with people that do exactly this. Yeah. It's a big problem, man. He's like surrounding himself with the grifters. And so obviously his protocol now is becoming to grift.
And they would always tell me, if you got any problems, you call us. You don't do nothing. But I was just a born, just being honest, man. I was a born killer. I just had something in me, just didn't take no mess, And, you guys can read my book. My brother, rest in peace, had committed suicide. I stabbed him as a kid and, I used to get off on violence. I was packing a gun at 12 years old and waiting for the neighborhood jack boy to try to rob me because I was going to kill him. I used to have thoughts of killing everybody in the house, because I was getting abused. So this video is for, man, whatever you went through in the past, dump it like it's some trash, bro. Move on. Let's go. Let's get it. It's time. Even me, like, I don't dwell
Second sales pitch in 3 minutes. Yep. I bet he's going to hit us with the coaching
on this stuff or harbor on it, but it is a part of my story. I look at my kids now and be like, I just want them to live the opposite of how I had to live. I don't want them to have to worry about money, even though money was, my family was upper middle class, but my mother, thank God, she did withhold money from me, even though I took negative turns. But I got from that, you got to hustle. Like, it been several times recently where I was like, almost flat broke, but I just stay on the grind. You know what I mean? Now I got kids and a wife to depend.
I actually think he has filters on his eyes right now, because if you watch closely at his eyes, they flicker. You might not be able to perceive this. Maybe go watch it on his video, but they're flickering. When he closes and opens his eyes, or when he rubs his eyes, it flickers his eyes. I don't know if it's like an iPhone thing.
And on me. And so, if it wasn't for them, bro, I'd go off grid. I wouldn't care about, I didn't had the cars and, once you have all this stuff, you could be like, I don't need it no more. More money, more problems. That's the truth.
He has face filters?
So more things
Is that true?
You have, more responsibility. It's all just a scam, bro. I just learned the less stuff you have, the better and happier you are. Just think of
Good lesson. Don't think about the bad shit that happened to you. Just DM me repressed and start making 9 figures. Matter motherfucking fact.
If you have less stuff, but you have abundance of stuff that matters.
My gosh, this is so important, guys. Double-minded rationalization of crime and then being a positive role model. Reinforcing that with now you're a positive role model. This is what all these guys do. No, you're a criminal, right? And I know everyone makes mistakes, but to make a mistake such as getting yourself in prison and then saying that that was the thing that enlightened you to now hustle and scam people, it's crazy. It's crazy.
You know, so yeah, I just, you know, I was just reflecting as I worked out, and I know I'd probably be rambling here and there, but I just never forget my friends and the people I grew up around was like, you special, you know, and I want to tell all of you that everybody is God. We got a gift. You know, we're a piece of God. You know, it says it on all the books of God. You guys got to realize that. You know, I call up and I'm in contact with over 100 new people a day that I never talked to. And so that sign up.
Now that I'm looking at this, you guys, I can definitely see the face filters, which is really incredible. Really, really incredible.
For my program. And a lot of depression going on, man. And I just want to say, if you depressed, I mean, you're in a bad relationship, you're in an area you shouldn't be in, you're not staying.
He could have said this in 30 seconds, absolutely. My gift is to sell hyphy mud, bro. Yeah.
And active enough.
That tub behind him, that 5-gallon pail right there in that corner, that's some hyphy mud. He just takes a handful every time he works out, slaps that shit in his face.
Because if you working out and doing stuff all day, helping people, you ain't, what, bro, I never even knew what that word was. You know, my brother, like I say, he committed suicide, so he.
Did Callie actually grow up in the middle class? Yeah, growing up in middle class, but carrying a gun as a 12-year-old to use against the other jack boy doesn't make sense. So he actually grew up in the middle class? Is that what happened? That's despicable. Wow.
He evidently knew what depression was, but God didn't wire me like that. I'm that type lion that's just go till he can't go no more. You know, that's me, man. And, you know, that's how you guys got to be, man. You got to, especially if you got kids, man. Now, if you don't have kids, bro, like, you really don't know your purpose, to be honest. I see even some of my friends and social media guys, and like, they just wild like a kid, you know what I mean? They wild like a teenager, like I was as a teenager. You don't have no set purpose. You just doing everything, you know, if you don't have kids, you just doing everything for selfish reasons. And I understand, that's how I was until I had my kids, 40-something years old. You could see, you know, how it was on the internet. All I cared about was big muscles and big money. And it's still money.
I just missed that. He said it was upper middle class. This is where he lived. That's crazy. He just said he was from upper middle class. He's talking about how he had a struggle. That's wild, bro. That's wild. The entitlement that comes from these people's self-positive reinforcement is dangerous. Dangerous. They convince themselves that they have lived a life so good. Dude, I'm no saint, man. I'm telling you, I'm probably morally, my moral compass spins around like a fucking horrible situation, man. Horrible situation. It's like I got evil on my left shoulder, evil on my right shoulder, and even more evil on the top of my head. But just in the back somewhere, way back there, there's like this little angel, and he crawls out every now and then these fucking evil ones just punch him to death. You know, I'm not a good person, right? I've done horrible things to other people, to myself, all over the place, right? But I do have at least an awareness of what other people deserve and the respect that they can deserve and what life means to other people, right? And I think that's what drives me forward in a good direction. But to say things and then to immediately counteract them and then to justify things is crazy, man. I will never tell someone something I did was good because it made me grow. That's just such a flawed way of reality. He's from Oakland. There's an east side, and then there's the rest of Oakland, which is livable.
And muscle, but it's to help others.
What kind of man talks about another man's face filter? Son of a bitch, you got me. You fucking got, damn it, dude. I'm sorry. Obviously, he has blemishes that are too far beyond repair. I should have realized that.
That's what my purpose is. And once I turned 40 and once I had my kids, I understood. And I've always helped people. Youth pastor, captain of football, wrestling, track. In college, I was Alpha Phi Alpha. That's what the brand is on my arm, the A. Then went to prison, was a Muslim for several years. Then I ran Kumi 415, and now I'm here to you guys. So God had this all planned. And all I do is tell my story, how it happened. I don't add to it, I don't take from it. And so if that
What? What? You don't add to it or take from it? What? I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure that the whole premise of everything that he's done is trying to take from his personality, his story, leveraging it to make some more money. I'm not wrong. What?
offend somebody, then go F yourself. It's just my story. It's how God had it planned. And that's how my saying came about. If you mad at me, you mad at God. Because it's just what life is, man. You know, people want to defame or try to put down the story.
I think people too often try to shield themselves with God. It is so annoying. Any person that's religious and says, I was a bad person, and if you're mad at me, you're mad at God, is disgusting. That is not religion. That is a fucking misshapen excuse to justify your terrible actions in the realm of other people's lives. You've hurt other people several times over again. You can easily cherry pick I coached these people, I helped these people, I was a Muslim. Since when does becoming a Muslim make you righteous? What? Why is that? He puts that so front and center in every video. Why is that important to you? It's just crazy, man. Like the lunacy. The lunacy. God made me do it. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's fucking right, man. It's exactly the personality this man has. Those concentration camp guards really grew from their experiences. Reality. If there's a God and God gave us free will, then it's all on us. Yeah, I'd say that's fair, man. Like, he created us in his image, but if that doesn't mean, like, we're void of any responsibility of bad actions, right? I think that's the whole point of religion. It's to have morals, it's to have an ethical compass. I think it's a good thing for men who don't have that moral compass ingrained in them. But to justify it as your spear, like, this is my spear and I'm going to throw it, but it's right because it's got God's name on it. Even though you just scribbled it on there with a Sharpie marker, like, it doesn't fucking count.
It is what it is, and I understand, I know the Bible verbatim, know the Quran, hadiths, read every book there is of spirituality, religion.
Have you? Really, Callie? Have you? I kind of doubt he made it all the way through the Quran. I kind of doubt he did. You guys know how long the Quran is? How many actual translations of the Quran there is? I doubt you made it through the book of Christianity, brother. I doubt it. I doubt it. I don't think that's reality, brother. I think you're saying that to impose your beliefs on people, but I don't fucking believe that for a second. Did he even read Cat in the Hat? Oh my God, dude. This guy is just such a compulsive fucking liar. Callie still has zero personal accountability, but buys his book for $19.99. Spirituality. Dude. No shot. He's like, I read all the religious books. Brother, look at the Quran. Have I ever competed in bodybuilding? Yes, several times. I think like 8 times or something. There's no way he even finished one religion book. There's no way he finished any Bible. No fucking shot, dude.
Egyptianology, Book of the Dead, I read it all, man. And I'm just at the point, like I say, about to be 50. And I want you guys to know I'm here for you. Be it you need to get healthy, you need to get wealthy, you need to get in shape, you want to add some muscle, I'm the OG that's going to help you, man.
It is. The Quran is actually shorter than the Bible. You're right. It is. But I personally think, so I went to Catholic school for 4 years when I was going through group homes because I got adopted and shit, right? It was hectic. I hated it so much. But one of the things you had to do in Catholic school was read the Bible and then take tests on the Bible. It was part of your curriculum. I've also read the Quran. I converted to Islam a long time ago, or you know how they say it. I'm not necessarily following it anymore. I just believe in the principles a lot of the time. That's what I said in the last video, on the last live. My name is Saifullah in my like second name, right? Shout out to my homies who helped me with that. But like, I read the Quran as well. I didn't finish the Quran. It is more complicated in interpretation than it is the Bible. I think, I guess, right? Chuck Basher. That's all I got to say, brothers. Chuck Basher.
All BS aside, and you know, all the videos that's out and all that, you know, those, and they don't even see it. You know what I mean? They think they doing people a service by talking down on other people, but it just shows that they're demonic. You know what I mean? Only time I ever talked about another human is if they attacked me and tried.
I've never. He threatened R-wording Jon Bravo. This man is on his high horse today.
Tried to harm my business. And, you know, I had to do some quality control, damage control, as they say. So, yeah. So it's time, man. We're going in 2025. Things are serious for a lot of us, you know, be it we've been eating all this bad food all our lives and we need to do a cleanse. You know, I was sleeping last night and it just woke me up. I'm like, I got to tell the people to cleanse themselves of the parasites and all the evilness that's inside of them. Because I remember I did the water fast and you know, I thought I was clean as a whistle. I had been doing watermelon fast. I did apple fast, pineapple, cucumber. But when I did that water fast, parasites came out. You know, and I was like, what the heck? And I just kept going as long.
What is he talking about? Parasites coming out from doing a water fast. What are you talking about? Did he just see fucking worms coming out of his derriere? But Colton, he was going to fill Johnny Bravo with the Holy Spirit. It was the devil. The devil came out of him. The devil came out. That's what it was. Right. I forgot. That's what we're talking about.
21-day water fast. I want to do a 40-day water fast because you'll see all them little demons.
All right, real talk. All the craziest motherfuckers we've seen on this channel and others do water fasts. Connor Murphy, y'all remember what happened to him? Water fasts. What's with it? Something's hurting these people in the brain. Whenever they do water fasts, there is something wrong.
inside of you, and that's what's got you all, discombobulated. We, putting poisons in our body, and we didn't know. We was all ignorant, and the truth is coming out now. So I just want to say all of you guys are special, bro. You are of God. You're a piece of God. And you got to realize this, and I'm here to help you. And everywhere I can, I'll be doing daily.
Most Muslims read the Quran during Ramadan, but yes, reading the translation interpretation from accredited scholars could take a long time. Yeah, it takes a long time. I don't think it takes it doesn't take as long as like Bible study in Christianity, but it takes a long time to interpret. And I don't think what I mean to say by this is I don't think that Callie has the mind muscle to actually critically think and interpret something like that, right? Because it takes a lot of work. You have to put work into it.
Videos, which I have been, and Snapchat, you all got to follow me over there. I'm posting all day, every day over there. My TikTok is more, I've been doing experiment with affiliate marketing and selling products. So that's an experiment, year-long.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it, Rye. Thank you so much, Rye Bread. That means the world to me. I appreciate you. You're a sweetheart. I hope you have a beautiful Christmas, a beautiful New Year's. You got lots of wealth, health coming your way. I appreciate you.
Experiment I've been doing, but things would change soon with that. And I'm on all over every other social media platform, even Microsoft Start, if you guys haven't heard of that. It's a new thing. So I'm just here to help everybody, man. I'm not trying to get caught up in nothing else but helping, man. That's all I want to do is help you guys. Because that's my obligation that God told me almost 2 years ago when I was in my bakery. And at 4 in the morning.
You can really see the face filter flicker on this thing, man. You can really see the face filter it's flickering like crazy.
Morning, and God came and just, let me know he's real, which was the second time in my life. As a kid as well, God spoke to me and he told me to help the people. So that's what I've been on ever since. And he told me, ignore the treachery that's going to come with it. He already knew that, he told me the devil was going to come with me changing my lifestyle. And so I understand it. I get it, man. So blessings to everybody. God bless. And just know I'm here to help you.
I think he thought that video was going to go so much differently. Like the impact was going to be so much more radically different. And it just turned out to fucking be a flop, man. No one's eating this up. Like the comments are crazy. I lost all respect when you went into McDonald's and mistreated the employee who you were just trying to earn, who was just trying to earn an honest living. Not to mention the shady raffles and Bitcoin videos. You can fool some of the people sometime, but you can't fool all the people. Then this guy, liars are like water. They take the shape of whatever form, they take the shape and form of whatever environment they are around. Bro, you ain't no David Goggins. Bubba Army in the house, shout out. His career started downhill when he ran on. Oh, man. His career started to go downhill when he ran off hyphy mud. Oh, my God. Man, please, do you read the comments? You have lost the locker room. When you feel like you need to constantly be addressing the situation, I think it is. Meaning his career is going down. Damn. Remember all the people that you made fun of who didn't have as much money or cars as you? Who were dealing with mental health issues? Karma is crazy. Never forget one's address. Callie's size demonstrates drugs can definitely compensate for shitty training. He literally shrank. What exactly? Yeah, I mean, he shrank to a. I think most people train wrong, and they just use drugs to compensate poor training. And this is why people think that like there is such this wide. Oh my God, when you take drugs, when you take steroids, your margin of error in training goes like this, right? It expands so much. You become, so let's say you're natural. What you can do wrong in order to facilitate results, there's like a 10% margin of error. As long as you're within that 10%, you're going to make progress. When you start taking steroids, you have like a 70% margin of error, where if you make any kind of fucking errors, as long as you're applying some form of resistance training, as long as you're applying some kind of diet, you're going to make progress. And that's where like a lot of these guys lie. And that's why there's so much of this differentiation of opinions in training. The matter of fact is that huge amounts of mechanical tension provide hypertrophy. A little bit of drugs, a little bit of this Azul helps you a lot. And then food, i.e. protein, critical. Those are the three things we need to be worried about. Most people don't track their lifts. Most people don't train hard enough. They don't train intensely enough. They don't push enough weight with good and accurate form to do anything. Merry Christmas, Mr. Basaggio. I appreciate you, Muad'Dib. Means the world to me. All right. So there's this video that I wanted to check out too. And then I'll be done bugging you guys. I'm sorry. How long have we been on, dude? It's been fucking, what, a minute now. I'm going to check this video out, and then we're going to have a nice Christmas day, fellas. I appreciate you being here again. If you have family, Merry Christmas, but go spend time with your fucking family. All right? Go spend fucking time with them. That's the most important thing right now. Okay? Let's get after this video. If you don't got family, if you don't got nothing to do on Christmas, I'm here for you, brother. I ain't got shit either. Okay? All right. So this video is The Secret Behind America's Obesity Epidemic by Jesse James West. I don't mind his videos. I think they're pretty good. But they're also heavily biased sometimes.
Is overweight, but is it his choice? Today I'm going to investigate the obesity epidemic and find out if fat people are victims or if they're just lazy.
I can sum this video up for you in 3 seconds. They're victims, and they've done this to themselves. The end.
You can expect obese people to be a little bit lazier.
And I'm going to talk to everyone on both sides of
Mike trying to handle it in like the most appropriate way possible.
this debate. And I'm just going to warn you, it gets ugly.
I think parents should be charged with child abuse if their child is obese.
Is obesity a choice?
I believe obesity is a choice.
It is a choice.
Yes, 100%.
No, I don't.
What do you guys think? Is it a choice? Is obesity a choice? I just want to pose it in a way that makes sense. Do you have a choice to put a fork in your mouth or a spoon in your mouth, or to set it down? I think most people would say no. I think the general population that's out there right now would be like, no.
I think it's a choice.
Yeah.
Obesity is not a choice.
Right.
It is a disease.
You do.
Yes.
You have choice.
Why do you think so?
Because you know when things start to get out of control and you just keep eating and not stopping. So I definitely feel like it's a choice.
Why do you choose to not be obese?
Because I like to look good in a dress.
She says it straight. She says it straight.
You want me to be honest?
I don't think it's always a choice. Sometimes with schedules, sometimes people don't know, like they have certain health conditions.
The health conditions thing is the worst fucking excuse possible. Your body just doesn't super generate fat. It's not like your body is just taking your bones, your eyeballs, and your brains and turning them into fat. What? Like, you could have hypothyroidism, a deficiency in thyroid, and be underweight. What?
Hormone fluctuations can really hurt, especially for
Kids, 80% of choice. Adults, 100%. Yeah. 1,000%.
women. No shade, but men.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm just joking.
No shade, but men like my fiance, for example, he can eat anything and burn it off within like a week.
He probably moves. The man probably works a fucking blue collar job. He's probably doing construction or some shit. He's making money. He's moving around all day. Of course he's going to be able to eat more. He also has more muscle mass and bone mineral density. He's probably fucking 6 inches taller. Like, yeah, Homie's gonna need some more calories. You're probably laying around at an office desk. You're probably sitting at home, not trying to be real. Just be real, guys. All right, like let's be for fucking real. This is another excuse. Well, men can eat whatever they want. They're fucking working. What is going on?
Week or two, but for women, we're meant to have kids, so we do hold fat.
What would you classify yourself as?
Is that great?
It could be more or less difficult for some people, but everyone loses weight if they eat less. Yeah, it could be more or less difficult, but that difficulty, I think, is a self-perception of the difficulty. Some people can perceive it as easy. Other people can perceive it as very, very hard. But the only reason that they perceive it that way is because they have a weak mind. That's my personal belief. Now with Ozempic, fatness is definitely a choice. You're fucking absolutely right. You can just take a quick shot. It's cheap as shit now. You can get it just about anywhere at any clinic. And it works. Give yourself these fucking 8 weeks on Ozempic. You'll be shocked. Absolutely shocked at how well it works.
Area. Like, I'm healthy, but I'm definitely obese. I need to lose weight.
What are you doing to fix that?
I'm here.
Let's go. She's grinding. She's grinding right now. Do you think that airlines should charge more for overweight people taking up 2 seats, or should that second seat be free?
Free? Is that a joke?
Nah, not free for the plus size, man. Why are you getting treated? You gotta work that off, man. Like,
yeah, you don't get extra treatment for being a fucking piece of shit. Real talk. I have a service dog, right? The reason I have a service dog prescribed to me is because I have post-traumatic stress syndrome. I have PTSD. When I get on a plane, I freak the fuck out. The other day, I don't get an extra seat, by the way. The dog has to either be on my lap or on my feet. Doesn't matter how big they are. I have to have them in my seat. I don't get an extra seat. The other day, I was riding on a plane to here to move in, and a guy sat next to me, and he was a very big fella, and his leg was coming over into my seat and then some. Keep in mind, I have a fucking dog, right? And I'm like, I told him, I'm like, dude, can you please move your leg? Like, there is a dog underneath here, a service animal, a government prescribed service animal, and he couldn't even buckle his seatbelt. And it got to a point where the flight attendant had to move him because his leg was so far over that Mia, my service dog, had no place to sit. That shouldn't be allowed. Like, get the fuck off the plane. There needs to be a weight restriction. If you can't fucking fit your seatbelts on, it's a safety hazard. It's crazy. Not the plane thing. Yeah. All those with PTSD from service sound off, brother. There's way too many to count. Your Tomcat is registered as ESA. It's great. Her name's Mia. She's the shit. Absolutely love that dog to death. She's sleeping in the other room right now.
They should charge.
Yes, charge, bro. If you're taking up 2 seats, you're gonna pay for those 2 seats because it's your choice to be overweight or obese in that sense. So why should an airline give you a discount or some type of rate just because you're choosing? Absolutely, you should not be able to get a free seat just because
Absolutely
you're
not.
I would love.
Yeah, absolutely not. No way.
But if they did give a second seat free.
So are you on team free?
I'm on team free only because right now it benefits me. But at the same time, I do understand that just because it's nice doesn't mean necessarily that it's something that I'm entitled to. I mean, but they don't make it easier on you, and the fact that they make things so expensive, and the fact that
they don't make it easier on you because it's not meant to be. Motherfucker, a normal human isn't supposed to be that size. If they made it easy on you, the whole plane wouldn't be fit for people who are actually normal humans. This argument is so invalid.
keep taking space away. Over the years, they keep making things more and more cramped, which makes things more difficult.
All right, service dog. All right, fine.
Mia. Mia. Come here. Come on. You want to see you. Come on. All right. Come on. Come on. Up.
This is a service dog. She's not a Yorkie. She's a terrier. She hugs me. Right? You're not a Yorkie. You ain't doing none of that Yorkie shit. You're just chilling. Look at this beautiful, majestic animal, aren't you, Mia? Tell them what you know. Speak your truth. All right, thanks. You can go now. You can go. See you later. All right, that was the service dog.
Opinions are pretty split down the middle, so I wanted to know what an expert thought. Dr. Mike Isertel, pleasure. Great to see you. Is obesity a choice?
No. If you come up to people who have made a choice, let's say to wear a purple shirt today.
Okay.
They looked at 2 shirts in their closet, blue, purple.
Immediately invalid. Mike's invalid.
And you come up to them, you go, I got a magic pill that'll turn your shirt blue. They're gonna be like, I'm good, I actually chose purple. That's how you know they made an active choice. How many people can you legitimately come up to on the street and you say, hey, I have a pill that just completely eliminates all of your body fat? You're gonna take it, you're gonna just like zap into a lean person's body. How many of them are gonna be like, nah, I wanna be like this? Sumo wrestlers and almost nobody else. So by that very, very direct reasoning.
It's not, okay, so the choice, this is such an invalid fucking argument because the choice can always be the harder option. He's saying that people don't have the ability to choose a harder option. Yes, you do. You have all the choice in the world to choose the hardest option when you're faced with a decision. And you know what? Here's something that could value you for the rest of your life. Everyone in this chat. If you're faced with a decision, you can always choose the hardest option in that decision, and it's going to be the right one for you. Full stop every single fucking time. The hardest choice in a path of decisions is usually and most always the right decision. It's not a matter of if you want to means that you have a decision. It's just you probably should choose the hardest option.
Obesity is not a choice.
Everyone was comfortable sharing their controversial opinions when they were alone with me, but I wondered what would happen if they had to confront each other. I got 3 fit influencers together with 3 fat influencers to see if there's a common ground on this controversial topic. Is obesity a choice?
Damn, those dudes are big, man. Those guys got moose knuckles, brother. What?
Choice. I do think that it's a choice. I do not agree with being obese in any way, shape, or form. I don't think it's a good thing in any way, shape, or form.
You can't argue physics. Calories in, calories out. That's a scientific fact. But there's other hurdles that I've had to overcome with genetics that make it so much harder than the average person.
Just by looking at you, I can see you're lazy and lack discipline in that aspect. You know, I know just from talking to you guys that you are, influencers, you're doing bigger things and, probably have good work ethic when it comes to that, because I understand we all understand what that entails. When that's all the data that you have, there's a judgment made, and, for you guys, it's a negative one from healthier people physically.
Do you think that being...
He's right. He's right. They're lazy. It doesn't matter. I can sit here all day and work my ass off and I will still be shredded. I'll always show you guys. I don't eat to be shredded right now. I don't. I eat very pathetically. Ask Samantha, one of my clients here. She's been helping me move in. Look, I don't eat to be shredded, bro. I still have a 6-pack and I always will. It's just a matter of what I fucking put in my mouth and how much of it. It's not a hard decision to make.
Obese means that you're lazy.
So the average analysis of like 100 people, obese versus not obese, is the only difference between them, randomized sample from the United States. By a small margin, you're gonna find more lazy people in the obese section. Because for any given level of food drive, which you assume is kind of average, if you're a little bit lazier, you get much heavier. If you're a little bit more diligent, you can say, I'm gonna make healthier, better choices, really keep my weight under control. Probably most of obesity, laziness is not an explanatory factor, but on the margins, yeah, on average, not for any individual person, on average, yeah, you can expect obese people to be a little bit lazier.
I went so many years of my life making negative decisions that in turn made me obese. I would have people say to me like, let's go outside and do something active. And I'd be like, no.
She's motherfucking right. Mike is wrong. Some girl, I don't know what kind of education she has, but Mike's got schooling and degrees on degrees. He's not right. This is so fucked up that he has that opinion. Like, honestly, it's not even close to correct.
I don't want to.
Heaviest I ever used to weigh was 310 pounds.
And what are you weighing now?
235.
So you've lost almost 100 pounds.
Yeah.
I've lost about 65 pounds.
Is it ever okay
I
to
think
be
that's such a good point. I think anyone who's ever actually lost weight, which I have many clients who've lost 100 plus pounds, they would tell you it's 100% a decision. Mike, who hasn't ever been obese, is not fucking the guy to go to. It's the guys and gals who've actually made the transformation. Those are the ones that we want to listen to here because they're the ones who've gone through it both ways. For sure. Yeah, if I cut back on beer, I'd be 30 pounds lighter. You have that choice. You could stop putting the beer in your mouth. Is it wrong to do what you're doing? Probably, yeah. But it's your choice. I can't dog you for your choice. The only argument we're making is that, like, hey, you know, matter of fact, this is your choice. You don't get extra privileges because you choose to be this way. But Mike is an expert. Yeah, exactly. It's what everyone likes to say.
Obese. Yeah, it's okay to be obese by default. Like, you know what I'm saying? You look good to me, girl. Hey, any obese girls out there, you feel me? I'm married, but my wife and I, the bed is really big. But what was the question again?
To me, it's crazy that people don't prioritize their health. If you are so, overweight and
Mike gets fatter on contest prep.
healthy, that you have incarcerated yourself in your own body and you literally can't do anything. Like, what good is money? What good is status? What good is anything without your health?
Believe me, I feel it. I mean, there's some days when I'm getting dressed to go out and like the way that I envision the outfit in my mind and when I put it on, it's two completely different things.
As influencers, we're all kind of privileged. I can afford a gym membership, I can afford nutritious food. What about the person who lives in a food desert? They can't afford a gym membership.
What
They're working
kind of
60 hours.
argument is that? If you live in a food desert? Where does that exist in America? I'll tell you where a fucking food desert is. Go to, like, these people need to leave their house. You're right, you're an influencer. Man, I have traveled so much these past 2 years. I've gone to fucking, you guys know I was living in Thailand for over the last year. This is my first time back in America since then. I've been in fucking Korea. I've been in Japan. I've been into Europe, like rural areas of Europe, Bosnia, like the mountains of Bosnia. You go there, you'll know what a food desert is. Ain't no motherfucker fat. Ain't nobody fat in those areas because their equity is work. They have to work to make their food. They have to go to a farm. They don't get a chance to do things like sitting down and just putting fucking food in your mouth, watching TV. They don't even have TV access, man. Like, this is lunacy. He means food dessert. Yeah, 1000%. They confused dessert with desert. Yeah, there's no shot people fat when they have a food desert because the only food they have, guess what? It's fucking lamb. It's cow. It's eggs. It's not a, Burger King McDub Whopper. What? I'm getting this shit mixed up. It's not none of this, man. It's none of this. It's crazy that they think this way. Fucking crazy, man. This isn't real life. He's never been outside of the country. And you might say, well, a food desert is when you can't afford nice food. Have you ever done the fucking math? There's no dollar menu at McDonald's anymore. You ain't getting cheaper food at McDonald's. You can go to the store. I can go to the store right now. Granted, I have access to the commissary on a military base, so that's different. But I can go to the store right now and pick up a pound of chicken for $2. How long is a pound of chicken going to last a fat person? I bet you if they ate that chicken and even put bread on it, put all the shit on it to make it taste super delicious and good, they're still going to be eating less and eating healthier than if they ate the shit they do. And you give a fat person a pound of chicken and tell them to eat it, they're going to struggle. They will hardly be able to finish that for the day. We're out here talking about a food desert. There's no place in America where you can't get chicken, fruits, or vegetables. I agree. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Richard Simmons proved it was a choice in the 80s. Yes, a perfect example. A perfect example. Fucking yes, dude.
hours a week trying to support their family.
Do you think those people are obese?
Myself personally, I used to live in environments where I didn't have access to, the resources as far as proper nutrition. So I had to literally go out my way to go get the proper nutrition. I refuse to be a victim of my environment. So at the end of the day, you gotta want it.
Do you think?
No, they will. They will fry it and smash it in 5 minutes, dog. Look, some of us are built different.
A person's weight is entirely their responsibility, or are there other factors?
But Samantha brings up a good point. She made up this analogy the other day, and it was that she thinks she's like built for a working body. Like wherever she was meant to survive. And so where in life, when she didn't move around, she ate like she worked. You know what I mean? Like she ate because her body needed that fuel, or had a genetic predisposition to needing that fuel to work. And I think that's a great example, because there's some of us, and I feel the same way. I can't sit still for long. I have to be doing something, but I eat a shit ton of food. I just think the choice in that situation is that you choose to move versus you choose to, eat, or you just choose the right foods to eat. But I still think for 90% of people, area under curve, those amount of people that are at that peak are the ones who just eat garbage instead of eating whole foods, and don't make the choice to try better.
Something can be entirely your responsibility, even though there are other factors at play. Like let's say a truck drives by and splashes me with dirty water. It's still my responsibility to get my shirt cleaned, even though it wasn't my fault. So obesity can be entirely not your fault. Usually it's not much your fault. Like you just have dog genetics for being fucking hungry and wanting snacks all the time, and that's just a real thing. The responsibility for your body belongs entirely to you. So it is absolutely your responsibility, but also doesn't have to be necessarily your fault.
Did you know that if you go to Gymshark.com and use code Jesse10, you'll get 10% off your order?
That's live. I did know that.
If you want to, you could save 10%, looking absolutely beautiful in their high quality clothing. Code Jesse10, baby. Is the word fat offensive?
No. I do want to have the caveat for a lot of people who are overweight, fat, whatever word you want to use. There's trauma. We can talk about sensitivity or not. I'm not sensitive to it anymore, but I used to be. Society has turned that into a negative word. It is a descriptor word. I am a fat person. I've modeled for Columbia. I've done stuff for Eddie Bauer and other big companies, REI. I get in my DMs people who are larger than me or plus size like me or fat like me saying, thank you so much for putting yourself out there, because you put yourself, I saw you in those clothes out on the trail, in the gym. I got the motivation to go do it.
I totally disagree with the plus size models and all that stuff, because I think that it is advocating for unhealthy lifestyles and choices, and it's kind of normalizing it and saying it's okay to be this fat. I look at it purely as unhealthy.
So I got perspectives from fit people.
Yeah, I think of it as immediately unhealthy. When I see someone who's obese or fat, I don't think it's healthy. I look at the person, I'm like, man, you are objectively unhealthy and unwell. And I don't like being around unwell people. I think it's scary, because those people are more predispositioned to die. I don't want to be friends with someone who's going to die, because I'm literally going to be upset when they die,
Fat people, and people in the middle of their weight loss journey. But I wanted to hear from someone who experienced both extremes.
My name is Simon Lafontaine. I was 372 pounds, and now I'm a bodybuilder.
So you were once a very big guy.
Yes.
And now you're a literal bodybuilder. You went on stage, you won.
I won the overall summer shredding male
transformation class, right?
And the whole show.
You did?
The whole show.
Oh my gosh.
I had to change who I was completely. I had to kill my old self to be reborn into who I am today.
From day one, you stated your goal?
Yeah, I stated my goal. I'm gonna pick a date, and I'm gonna pick and attend next year a bodybuilding show.
No. No.
Yes.
You're not.
I'm going to. And then I stayed up 99.999% consistent. I cheated once my entire
What
journey.
made you make this change?
There was one very specific moment that happened. I turned around in bed, and I was out of breath.
Wow.
I woke up, turned around in bed, I was like, oh, this can't be it.
How did you feel about yourself before you made this transformation? When you looked in the mirror?
That's a hard one, and I get emotional sometimes just thinking about it.
Okay.
But I hated myself, and
And I think, honestly, this right here, I think most people who are this kind of weight, they hate themselves. And it's just really scary for them. And so they want to think of it as some sort of mental disorder, or some sort of sensitivity that the society that's around them isn't privy to. And so the reason that they hate themselves is because of the society around them and how they're treated. And it's not because of the way they are, right? It's because of what other people have done. And that's what they try to convince themselves of. And so they try to make these, these movements or these rights for themselves that just don't need to exist. Because the only reason they hate themselves is because of the way they are. It's not because of what society has put in front of their face. It's not because of them. It's because of themselves and the decisions that they've made. Full stop. There's no, the society doesn't need to accept you. It's just that you hate yourself. Even if society was like, let's embrace fat people, let's make them feel better. You see one guy who's in good body mass index and you're going to be upset because objectively, in your head that is better than what I am. Objectively. It's not a matter of, it's just like if I see someone doing drugs versus I see a kid in a suit and tie, I know the kid in a suit and tie is better off than the guy doing drugs because that's not normal objectively. In an evolutionary sense, I know the guy who's, in a fentanyl coma on the street is not doing better than the guy in a suit and tie. Full stop.
It's okay. I would avoid mirrors. And you don't really realize how bad that is until you get there. I used to make all these self-deprecating jokes where I'll be dead before I'm 40. I'll be dead before I'm 50. And I didn't care, that was fine. I don't need to work on my retirement fund, I'll be dead. It's all these little things. I don't do that anymore. But back then, it was such an intense lack of self-care.
How did you feel about yourself when you were 310 pounds?
I hated myself. I actually got diagnosed with high blood pressure. That was the first time I ever had to be on medication.
I hated how I looked. I
This is real.
didn't have any self-confidence. I felt miserable all the time. I was super depressed. My feet would hurt, my legs would hurt. I would lay down and have what I thought were growing pains, but they definitely were from being obese. I found that I would easily sweat, just sweating all the time.
Body temperature is higher than usual?
Yes, absolutely. And once I started working out and moving my body every day and paying attention to what I was putting in my body, those negative feelings
This is absolutely
that I had
real.
towards myself, they disappeared.
And how do you feel about yourself now when you look in the mirror?
Oh God, I'm excited to wake up every morning. You know how crazy that is? I'm excited to wake up. I'm excited to meal prep. I'm excited to go to the gym. I have a girlfriend now. It's my entire life just kind of came together so perfectly. And becoming this new person made me want to be alive.
The one part of your transformation, the most controversial part of your transformation, the weight loss drugs.
Yes, what would you like to know? I'm an open book.
So this is all medically.
Now we get into the conversation of is it ethical to use weight loss drugs? Yes, I think it is.
Prescribed.
If you have diabetes, you need insulin. If you have insomnia, you need sleep medication. If you have bipolarism, you need some form of a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. You need these things virtually in most situations. If you're fat, you sometimes can use drugs and need drugs because you are virtually on the brink of death to get better. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
To you, you're allowed to have all of this.
Yes.
Okay.
All of this is completely legal. I feel like the biggest issue is just there's a lot of misinformation online about what is a peptide, which is just a branched amino acid that's already in your body.
Yeah.
These are natural things.
And this all helps you lose weight as well.
Well, I don't think IGF-1 is so natural. I don't think growth hormone is so natural. That is a very peculiar statement. A little bit precarious in terms of morality, making the statement and saying natural and peptide in the same sentence. They're very distinctly not natural. Okay, just like I could say testosterone is natural. No, not even close. Yes, I have testosterone, but it's not natural. I can go super physiological, and as soon as that happens, I'm in a different realm. Okay, same thing with peptides.
Along with the hard work, the cardio, the meal prep.
Let me iterate, and this is a very important thing.
Okay.
That I lost my first 105 pounds in 6 months completely naturally.
Wow.
It was essentially my choice because I wanted to see how optimized I could become and how far I could push this to try to achieve what I believe now is to be the most insane transformation on the internet.
Yeah, honestly it is.
His transformation would have been even more insane if he had used Gorilla Mind. My favorite
oh my
products
God,
are
the promos are insane, dude.
Gorilla Mind energy drinks, Gorilla Mode Nitric, Gorilla Mode Creatine Monohydrate, and of course, don't forget to use code Jesse for 10% off your order at GorillaMind.com.
Would you say that using the weight loss drugs is cheating?
See, that's the thing. To cheat, you need to be cheating a set of rules. And who's setting the rules right now? You have these rooms full of incredibly intelligent psychologists, graphic designers, arguing over the size of a font, the location of it, and its color in an ad, spending billions of dollars trying to feed us this food.
Damn, now I actually want McDonald's. Is McDonald's open on Christmas? They gotta be, right? You gotta be. Let's see. Applebee's, Buffalo Wild Wings, Denny's, Domino's, Golden Corral. Boys, Golden Corral is open on fucking Christmas. Let's go. Yo, Golden Corral is open on Christmas. What? I might take an Uber.
But who's really cheating here? Is it my little brain
I haven't
that
ate
can't
anything yet
fight
today.
billions of dollars of ads, or is it this little tool that makes me feel full for a bit longer?
Do we think fat shaming is good or bad?
I think it's bad.
I think it's bad as well.
I think it's good.
Is it ever appropriate to
Is fat shaming bad? I don't think in most cases for what people would define fat shaming, which is me saying, for example, I don't think fat people are good. I don't think they're attractive. I think they're unhealthy. I don't want to be around them. That's not me fat shaming. That's just me being honest about my actual opinions and stating something that is objective to who I am. I don't think it's a hate crime. I don't think it's a shaming. It's just me being honest. And I think most of the time what people perceive as fat shaming is them being honest, right? I wouldn't say, for example, I don't want to be around black people. I think they're bad. I don't actually think that. I genuinely don't. I would love to be around. One of my best friends in the world, Java. He's been my man for like 8 years now, legitimately. Like we joined the military together. We crush shit together. Love the man. It would be a prejudice or a hate crime if I suddenly said, I don't want to fucking hang out with him because of his color. That's bad. But because someone is fat and it's their choice and it's not a matter of their skin color, a preordained status that they were born with, if I don't want to be around them, that is just my personal opinion. Just like I don't want to be around an alcoholic. It's not a hate crime. It's not a prejudice. It's not shaming. It's just my opinion.
shame someone for their weight?
It's usually highly ineffective. For some people, it'll have an effect. A very small fraction of the population, that's the thing that gets them going and gets them to change. Shaming people.
Golden Corral competes with Asian buffets. Bro, it does so hard. People sleep on Golden Corral. I haven't been in America for almost 2 years. You bet your ass if Golden Corral's open, I might make a stop today.
For a whole lot of shit, it's probably pretty fucking lame for adults.
I love my little brother. And like, I was fat shaming him my whole life, you know, trying to get him to push himself to be healthier, hold himself accountable, make better choices. It's not healthy, and I want him to be around and live a long time.
But is that the best way to go about it, though?
Bingo.
Is the question.
Bingo.
Well, I found that the best route of action to help your friends is to lead by example. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can lead by example and call their bullshit out. If I see a homie who's sticking around the booze all day, I'm still going to live my lifestyle as an entire. I'm going to be healthy. I haven't drank alcohol since I was 19 years old. Still going to be that way. I'm going to lead by example because that's just how I live. And I'm going to tell him, hey man, you're fucking up. Like, you are really fucking yourself up right now. And you need to start gripping reality because you're losing it. I don't think that's a bad thing. I can do both.
If they're your friends and they know that you love them and y'all have like a relationship that is in accordance with love, and they see you leading a healthy life, they're gonna want to follow you.
Is there no value in the truth?
But it's also in delivery.
I agree.
So I don't agree with fat shaming at all. I'm a very positive person, so I try to approach people in that way. I would try to reinforce that fat loss in the most positive way I can, but still let them know, hey, cut the shit and get to what you need to do, because at the end of the day, no one's gonna do it for you.
Yeah, the thing is if you said that to someone though, if you said cut the shit, you need to do what you need to do, most people are gonna think that's fat shaming. Well, you're judging me because I'm fat. Most people are gonna say that. So yes, I agree with him. If we classify shaming as like saying you're a degenerate, you're the worst human being in the world, like all these things, sure. But what I'm saying is like most people are going to actually get mad if you say, hey man, you really need to start eating better. Like this is getting ridiculous. Like, hey bro, you can't fit in a fucking airplane seat. There's a problem. You need to fix it. Like, I'm not saying they're an absolute scum of the earth or anything like that, but like they need to fix something objectively. But I think most people in hearing that would call that fat shaming.
These are what the world is made up of nowadays, and I feel like a lot of the reasons why people don't succeed is because they blame outside factors and other people for why they aren't succeeding, and because they're not putting the time in.
I mean, I've definitely been fat shamed. I've been obese most of my life. I've definitely gotten a lot of comments, a lot of jokes.
I'm not going to fat shame anyone. I think that's bullying.
And I'm not saying that I advocate for bullies, and it sounds like all of you have been like physical or or harassed or bullied about your weight, right?
Sure. Oh yeah, definitely. Yes.
And I'll never be that guy ever. I was fat shaming him my whole life. I think the softness of our society.
Damn, they really called him out up like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Random question. Chat, favorite protein bar? Ooh. I don't think I have one, guys. You know what? I do. The one bars, they're probably the least efficacious protein bar in the world, but the one bars that are donut flavored, that's hands down my favorite. But those will make you obese because you can eat plenty of them. And the thing is, what's fucked up about protein bars is sometimes they're higher calories than like the poor food equivalent. For that one bar, it's like 20 grams of fucking food or something, and it's like more calories than a goddamn Krispy Kreme donut.
As a whole has led to more and more people being obese. Everyone gets a participation trophy, that kind of stuff. I regularly go 10 days without any food just for the mental toughness and
that's cap, full fucking cap right there. He does not do that.
Discipline of it.
During the debate, everyone was mostly respectful, but as they got more comfortable with each other, they started to get more honest. Things got out of control.
That's why I really can't stand the mental health stuff, because I'm like, you guys don't have real problems. Like, suck it the up.
There are people killing themselves.
I think parents should be charged with child abuse if their child is obese.
Yes, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. You are giving them the things that are making them the way they are. I think that's a fair statement.
It's a first world problem. I've been to third world countries. I've never met anyone there battling with mental health problems or obesity because they have real problems. You guys are arguing for obese people.
It's also kind of true. I'm not going to lie. Again, as someone who's been overseas on personal choice and on military accord, I can certainly tell you that these aren't statistically common problems. There is a little bit of truth there. I don't know if he's a little bit idealistically crazy, but there is some truth.
And I would say,
I think we need to stratify opinion from fact, though. That's a really important feature. He's spitting a lot of opinions, but he doesn't have a lot of fact. That's a little bit concerning for me.
You guys are...
I'm not arguing for obese people.
He's absolutely right, yeah.
It's like, let's make that very clear with that.
Okay, well,
it's
with
just people in general.
At the end of the day, you are choosing what you refuse to change.
If you want to change, you can make a change. Nobody gonna help you but yourself.
All the resources that we have, like it definitely is a choice. We live in the future. We have the whole world in our pockets.
When you are eating from a sustainable approach, then it makes it so that you're able to still enjoy those foods that you like without going overboard. And that's something I've learned a lot in the past few years about watching a lot of different YouTube videos. Like I watched some of yours too.
Yeah, dude, I didn't realize. Thank you. Subscribe, road to 10 mil, let's go.
I had a health bout a few years ago. I have been meaning to get into health fitness a little earlier, but delayed because of work and things of that sort, but I'm getting into it now.
Do you mind if I ask what that health bout was?
Oh, leukemia.
Really?
Yes.
Are you still dealing with that?
It's clear.
Dude, my man.
Yes, sir.
No excuse. You're in here. I love that. I love seeing that.
Real growth only happens when you get tired of your own shit. Until somebody really reaches that, you will never be able to make them make the change. Now, when they hit that moment, embrace it.
You can't spell sustainable without sus. True. Look, I'll be honest. I think that way of eating is kind of a falsehood too. I think people get too captured in eating overly synthetically enhanced foods, right? So they get super encaptured by this idea of eating something that tastes the best, that is the sweetest, that is the most savory, that is of an abundance of flavor. And what that does is it programs them just like anything else, right? Like if you it's the hedonistic treadmill, right? If you start walking on that treadmill, it just starts going a little bit faster and a little bit faster, a little bit faster. And it's just like, you just got to keep going faster, right? So if I get a Ferrari, I'm going to sure think that a Ford Mustang doesn't seem as good. So if I'm eating all these hyper palatable, super, like seriously, synthetically enhanced, flavorful foods, yeah, I'm going to want more things that taste just like that. But I think what you need to do is have like a actual dopamine fast and eat very bland foods for some time. Yes, people are going to say it's going to create an eating disorder. I do think, though, that that is the right path to then satiate yourself with normal and common foods. What were people using to flavor their foods 100 years ago? These weren't problems. People thought fucking red meat tasted good was just a bit of mineral on it, a bit of dirt, you know? And we've gotten into a point of reality where it's like, yeah, you have to eat protein ice cream to diet. No, dude. Like, yeah, the temptations are all around, but maybe get used to just eating the bland stuff because it can be very good to have that mental reawakening, I think.
It is such a magical place to be.
What I took away from Simon's story and everyone else that I talked to was that you can be whoever you want to be, as long as you focus on your personal growth and always strive to be your best. And as always, stay relentless. Peace.
Love it. Love it. Couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, man. Colton, a video idea. Cost of obesity diet versus cost of Ozempic peptides. That's actually a really good idea. I might do that. That's actually a really good idea. Well, all right, guys. Hey, I really appreciate you being here. I just want to, again, say this. I know this is a hard time of year for some people. I really understand that. I amongst most, believe that. I believe it because it's the time that most people are around family, right? So, like, there's some pretty unfortunate situations y'all might be going through. Just want you to know that you, even if you're alone right now, you're not alone. There's people that care about you. There's people that look up to you. There's people that think about you even when you're not thinking about you. You're never going to be alone, even if it feels like at the pinnacle of your isolation. And realize that you always have someone there to support you. And if not, I'm here all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the guy you can DM right now. So just know, and fuck, man, if you want to join the Discord, tag me in some shit, bros. Like, you might be in the Discord already. Just tag me. I'm in there, Coach Colton, all day long. And if you ever need something, I'm there. You know, everyone's there. There's people there for you. Just got to reach out. Don't be afraid of it. Yeah, Merry Christmas. You know, honestly, I think if you're alone right now, it sucks, but it is what it is. I think you're still in the right place. You're going to figure it out at all times. So, yeah, thank you for coming out for those without. Yeah, man, I'm without, so I get it. I want to be here as much as I can for everybody. And like, honestly, YouTube for me isn't so much as a income stream or this thing for fame or reputation. It is a thing that I want to do because I like, in a sense, entertaining people. I like to thoroughly make sure that people are going through life, seeing things in a way that makes them happy. And that's my goal. So anyways, Merry Christmas to y'all. I appreciate you. I hope you have a beautiful Christmas day. I hope the New Year's absolutely blows you away with excitement and great things to come in your life. I want you to be the best person ever. And I think we're all on the path to that in some way, shape, or form. So I'll catch y'all later. I really appreciate you again.